Welcome to your daily dose. My name is Robert, and Susan is not with us today, but don't worry, she'll be back soon. You know who is with us? It's Amy. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
So, Amy, you're joining us for this YOPN, the Young Onset Parkinson Network, and Yes and Exercise fundraiser improv show on Tuesday, December 5th. What in the world made you say yes to this?
It's improv. How can you say no to improv? I've been having a lot of fun doing the weekly sessions. So I was like, yeah.
Well, it's great that you have a theater background, more on the staging side, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and so you've appreciated improv, and then I think that made the transition to come play in the environment which we do play, which is very much, again, play, not performance based, different. But now when we talk about going for performance, and I'm by no means trying to psych you out, I'm just saying it's a different thing.
Mhm.
um, when you think about doing what we do out of the space of nobody's looking to, okay, there's going to be people looking, is there any change in how you feel about what you do when you improvise?
Uh, I'm not nervous at all. I've gotten over that a long time ago because I've uh, done volunteer work where I have to talk to people. So, and I have done some live improv because I have a friend who ran improv theater, and that was a little nerve-wracking, but that was a long time ago before I really had any experience. But so I know what it's like a little bit.
So for people on the outside looking in and considering, okay, improv for Parkinson's, what the heck's that about? What do you find positive about what you get from improvisation for your Parkinson's?
Um, it gives me a respite, uh, some time not to think about any of the negative stuff.
Hmm.
And the people who do the session with me uh, can be a lot of fun and creative, and they'll say something that I might not have thought of saying, and I'll get ideas, and you can just feel kind of relief in the room. Everybody's taking a break from their Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Sort
I,
of.
well, I hear that a lot. People feel like they forget they have Parkinson's when they're dialed in and they're playing. And you also mentioned the word creativity, which is it's a shown outcome of improvisation. However, some people might say, what does creativity have to do with Parkinson's? Why would that be a benefit?
um because you can't, and I need to tell myself this own advice, because it's really easy to be depressed and get stuck. Um, and you need to find different ways to get out of it, or to occupy your time to do other things, because it's so much more positive for you. It's so much healthier. Um, yeah.
Do people miss who don't know Parkinson's, or maybe even people with Parkinson's themselves? Do they miss or are they unaware of the psychosocial component of Parkinson's, and how big of a deal it is?
Other people outside of it. So I have been experiencing lately, there have been some social events that I've gone to, that had people who were former colleagues and are friends. And when they ask me, how are you? They know that I have the Parkinson's, and they really want to know, how am I? So we sit down and I go, well, you know what? I've had a really hard time with apathy. I've had a hard time with this. And they're like, really? Why is that? So people don't know. They just think they just know shaking and balance issues and maybe the quiet talking. They don't know anything about the psychological issues. I didn't know before I had it. Yeah. So,
Well, and I think the fact that you can name it, that you can come forward with the word apathy, which you've done a lot of work with, and people go, wait a minute, I know kind of what apathy is, but why is that such a big deal? And that you can name it, you can describe it. That probably helps.
helps me or them, both of us.
Both, I
Yeah,
think.
both of us. It does. It helps me to keep talking about it, because then I can I can condense it and make it more manageable. Because
Mhm.
if I don't understand why I'm having it or what it means, then it could be anything, anything. It could snowball. So, yeah.
I love that description because the mislabeling and the misunderstanding of things leads to a cyclical pattern and maybe just turning you all away from the fact of, oh yeah, this was this, and you identify it, and then you let it be what it needs to be for as long as it needs to be, and then you get back in the driver's seat and you put apathy back in the dog cage and you're off, right?
Right.
Amy, you're doing great. Thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you not only at our upcoming Jams for Joy, but also at the showcase on December 5th. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
All right.
Thanks.
This has been your daily dose. We'll see you soon.